Hello. What's going on, folks? I like to start a minute early. Give people a chance to come on in. Give it a couple minutes. It won't take too long. Well, I'll at least start chatting because I'm going to post this up on YouTube. This is one of the first things I ever worked on. It was supposed to be a feature-length film, but because it's a silent film, I felt that it just, I don't think people would have watched it was full length. Oh, I have a viewer. Nice. How you doing? So anyway, I never really got to do commentary on it. I tried it before, but the sound wasn't very good. So I'm trying that again for the most part. And since it's my birth month, I figured I was going to do a bit of ego indulgence and play stuff that I've worked on. So I hope you enjoy it. This first thing I'm going to play is called Unspeakable Acts Prologue. This is the first chapter of my Unspeakable Acts series. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, and I'll be doing a Q&A after the showing. So, okay. And if there's no one to ask questions, I'll just kind of fill in the blanks where they need filling. All right, here we go. I gotta make some adjustments. Let's see. Let me know if you let me know if there's any sound issues before I start playing. I will certainly appreciate that. But here we go. We're gonna start playing the movie. and we continue from that in the next chapter. So, sorry if there was confusion. I made this when I was a baby filmmaker, if you will. So this was my early 20s. It's meant to be a very dark comedy, as you saw from the mom falling face first into a pie. Um, yeah, I had a very dark sense of humor. I still have a dark sense of humor, but it was a little edgier back in the day. So, but yeah, I'm gonna field some questions now. So, if all y'all wanna have any more curiosity on what you just saw, let me know. And by the way, thank you for coming, Fuchsia. Always appreciate you. Love your stuff. But yeah, um, well, I'll start from the beginning. In the beginning, I don't know if you're here for this. The dad, who's a corrupt cop, he found a drug dealer who bribed him, and that's to tell you, hey, he's not a good guy. I'm formulating it as I digest. Oh, no problem. It's all good. I'll kind of go through until you find a pertinent question. But yeah, in the beginning, the dad is bribed by a drug dealer, and so he's on his way home. He's hungry, and he's not a good dude because, as you saw, his wife didn't have dinner, so he smacked her around, and she started making pie. I missed the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I'm recapping it real quick. So, but basically, it starts out, and the kids they're playing cops and robbers, as you saw. Uh, and the older son is played by my little brother, and young me is played by my cousin, who's who's out of high school now. I came in just as the kids started playing, and he was hitting the wife. Yeah, um, he was hitting the wife on account of she didn't make dinner on time. Um, and it wasn't a one-time occurrence, which is why she did what she did. I hope that shined through. So yeah, and if you didn't understand, those were the parents. The dad was a corrupt cop. The wife was a disgruntled wife, and the two boys were their kids. So if there was any confusion in there. Um, yes, yeah, she was clearly sick of being abused. Yeah, yeah, that's. I think that's what people tend to do when they're sick of being mistreated. But yeah, I just what I like to do when I'm telling a story is I like to take like kind of cartoon gags and then just make them very, very dark. That's kind of what I do with a lot of things. So that's why she fell into a pie. Um, so and like I said, it's a very dark comedy. So emphasis on dark. But yeah, that was the beginning, and that started the younger brother, my character, down a bad path. Okay, so I have some. Was it a gag question? Oh yes, it was supposed to be a gag, a very very dark gag. That's why it was like I wanted a pie fight that ended in a gunfight, and that's essentially what I came up with. Um, the guy who played the dad, it was a friend of mine named Jeff Marshall. I don't think he does much. Sadly I've lost touch. Flattening of the pie crust. Oh well, that was just showing her to baking something. She was making the pie. Um, yeah, that was just to show you that she's making something. just checking. Yes, awesome. And yeah, she was it was abuse, and that's why she done got him. But she just didn't get him enough, and thus his last act was to get his revenge. And so both parents are no more. And uh, the woman playing the mother was a friend of mine. She's the wife of my ex film partner, who helped me make that film, and a very good actress. We kind of parted company a while back, and I feel bad about that. They were cool, but life goes on. Why didn't the younger kid go inside with me? Mostly because I liked the framing where he was at the window, because I felt it transitioned well to when he was an adult in prison, and I tried to make it look like the brother said, "Hey, don't go in there." You know, he was trying to protect his brother from what he was seeing. Yeah, so mostly it was I thought it was a cool transition. So that was the decision. That was the crux of that choice. But yeah, that was actually my little cousin Jack, who's not so little anymore. I think he's taller than me now. Um, well out of high school. I made this a long time ago. Any thoughts on what happened as they grew up? Yeah, they just uh, the older brother, he works a normal job, you know, um, didn't really make much of himself, and the younger brother got into a life of crime, and he's just getting out of prison, um, after his last run in with the law. But it's downhill, and if another choice I made, I wanted to do. Did they wind up in foster care? Yeah. Um, they probably bounced around a few houses. Um, one did turned out okay, like he, but the younger brother, like fell in with the bad crowd and made bad decisions. That's why he's in jail or prison, because there is a difference. But yeah, so and he's just getting out, and it's interesting that you had the older one turn out okay. Well, he turns out okay-ish. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, he's not really a good guy either. But he's better than his younger brother. Which is not saying a whole lot. But I don't want to spoil it too much because chapter 2 is another day, um, which I will be playing soon. Okay, so we do get to see some more. Yes, yes. This will be a bit of an ongoing series, so stay tuned. Um, I think that's all I have to say about it. If there's any other questions, I'll take them. But if not, I will probably end the stream. So, and again, thank you for coming. Thank you for your questions. Yes, that meant I get to brag that I was here for the very beginning. Yes, and that's on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go and watch it without these questions, perfectly, that's where you go. Just go to the Premise Land, and give it a watch, and you'll understand a little more context. And the whole series is on there. So if you want to cheat and watch it, that's fine too. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Oh, I was proud of that jail cell door. Remind me to talk about it on stream next time. I will. I did want to mention this because I was really proud of it. I had my Ma's friend build the jail cell door. Like, that jail cell was someone's basement. Like, I found an old toilet. We made it all gross, not with any real bodily fluids, of course. Uh, we ain't that gross. And the jail cell door was just some wood and some PVC piping that we painted gunmetal black to get the effect of. Get that effect? Yes. Yep. So yes. So I wanted to mention that because I was proud of that door. My ex partner has it. Uh, I haven't gotten it back, but whatever. Years ago, moot point. But yeah, and the house we filmed in was a mixture of his house and my house at the time. Um, so yeah, and the park was in. Can I make a suggestion? Of course. I'm always. Well, I got open ear for suggestions. I don't know why I'm listening. You're typing. That was silly. I want to hear you type. Okay. Spend some time introducing it and giving some background at the beginning to give time to get into the stream. I will do that next chapter. Thank you for that. That would probably help a lot. Um, I tried doing a bit of that, but I just ran out of shit to say. So, but I will get better at this. I'm just getting back into streaming. So, like 5 minutes at least. Okay, that's a good amount of time. I will do that next chapter. So, all right. If that's everything, I'm actually going to end the stream. And thank you so much for being here. I had 2 viewers, but hey, two is better than none, right? And hopefully those numbers only go up as time goes on. Cool. Well, thanks for streaming. Thank you, sir. And can't wait for your next stream. Peace and chicken grease.